Hi, welcome to In 5 Minutes. Now we'll start with the different types of MOSFETs. You can say in MOSFETs we have two types, D type and E type. D is the depletion type MOSFET and E is enhancement type. Now how they are classified, you can say their basic mode of operation define whether it is a depletion type or whether it is an enhancement type MOSFET. First, to start with, we'll go for the depletion type MOSFET. Can say it has a slab of p-type substrate formed from the silicon. So this is made up of silicon and it is referred to as substrate, and it is the foundation upon which we have the device which we want to construct. In some cases the substrate is internally connected to the source. Wherever it is not connected, we have a 4-terminal device, so such that we have one terminal for drain, one terminal from gate, and one terminal for source, and the last terminal for the substrate. So we have 4 terminals in all when the substrate is separate. But when the substrate is connected to the source terminal, we have a 3-terminal device called as MOSFET, right? So what we can say, many discrete devices provide an additional terminal which is labeled as substrate discrete device, resulting in 4-terminal device, right? The source and the drain terminals are connected through a metallic contact. You can say this is the metallic contact through which the drain and the source terminal are connected to the N type, and the gate terminal is not directly in contact with the N. You can say there is no metallic contact between the gate and the N type doped region, right? But we can say the gate is also connected via a metallic contact. This contact which is shown is nothing but the metallic contact which is used for taking the terminal out from the device, but remains insulated from the N channel by a very thin silicon dioxide layer. We can say silicon dioxide acts as a dielectric which sets up an opposing electric field within the dielectric when exposed to an externally applied electric field. That means we don't have a direct contact between the gate and the N-type doped region. SiO2 is again an insulating layer in the MOSFET construction that accounts for the very desirable high value of impedance in the MOSFET. What we can say, the impedance in the MOSFET is very high, or you can say input impedance is very high for MOSFET because of the insulation of gate, or you can say the silicon dioxide layer between the gate terminal and the N-type doped region. We can say the gate is not directly connected to the N region, so electrons will not flow to the gate directly because there is, you can say, insulation between the gate and the N doped region. So because of the insulation and no current flowing between the gate and the N doped region, we can say the input impedance is very large in this case, right? As compared to JFET, again we have in JFET the input impedance to be very large, and we can say the very high input impedance continuously support the concept that your IG or the gate current is in 0 ampere for DC biased conditions. So this is the construction of the D MOSFET. Now what is metal in metal oxide semiconductor? For drain and source and gate connections to the proper surface, in particular you can say the gate terminal and the control to be offered by the surface area of the contact, you can say this contact material is nothing but a metal, right? Then for the silicon dioxide insulating layer we have oxide. So we are done with metal and the oxide. Why metal? For the drain, the source and gate terminals to take out, we have a metallic contact, so metal. Then you have oxide as an insulator, and the substrate which is the semiconductor, which will give you the name MOSFET, or you can say, right, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. So this is because the name is given as MOS.